Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Al Soto. You know me. And this is a man of honor moment. A man of honor moment. So we met for the first time this morning uh, as men of honor. Great time. Of course, Wayne brought the breakfast sandwiches that he always brings that are pretty amazing. But hey, I wanted to take a moment to just check in. We've got some new guys that are coming. We're trying to launch an evening. We've got some big events that's coming up. So let me kind of deal with all that right up front. Let you know that we made a decision this morning to move the Wednesday Man of Honor group to a Tuesday morning. And the reason why we thought Tuesday mornings would be better is for this reason. A lot of our guys are involved in Operation 180, and coming in early in the morning and leaving late at night for Operation 180 is not something that really works. And then the second reason is we have a lot of guys that are F3 participants and what have you. And so Wednesday mornings just don't really work out really well. So what we're doing is we're switching it to a Tuesday morning so that it doesn't conflict with the other times. And then we're going to really focus in on getting our triads launched and strong because it's the triads that really become the basis of us connecting. So just want to let you know two dates that you need to keep in mind. February 22nd, we're inviting men to go to Pathway Church in Orangevale for their men's meeting. And then March 1st, Pathway and a few other churches are going to be joining us for a men's gathering breakfast that'll take place on March 1st. So put that in your checklist. It's going to be a great time. We're trying to connect with some other men's groups, and it's pretty amazing. This morning, the men talked a little bit about Pastor Sam Saradon, not I slip of the tongue, huh, Sam? Dr. Sam Saradon's message, and we talked about Jonah and what does Jesus say about Jonah in the New Testament. Two places. One of the places is Luke, in Luke chapter 11, beginning at verse 29, and then in Matthew discusses the same thing. Here's what Jesus says. So the people are asking for a sign. What's the sign? What's the sign of the Messiahship? And this is after all the miracles and everything that Jesus has been doing. And here's what Jesus says. When the crowds were increasing, he began to say, "This generation is an evil generation. It seeks for a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of Jonah. For as Jonah became a sign to the people of Nineveh, so will the Son of Man be to this generation." Now, Matthew gives a little bit more details because Matthew says, just as Jonah was in the belly of the whale, so will the Son of Man be in the dirt of the earth. So, in other words, he's talking about his death and burial and then his resurrection. The queen of the south will rise up in judgment with the men of this generation, condemn them, for she came to the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and behold, something greater than Solomon is here. So what is Jesus saying? Jesus is saying, hey, you know what? You guys are all seeking for a great wisdom. I have been giving you a wisdom that's greater than the wisdom of Solomon. And Solomon, as you well know, was one of the wisest men on planet Earth. And so, here he is. Jesus is saying, I've given you wisdom. The men of Nineveh will rise up at the judgment of this generation and condemn it, for they repented at the preaching of Jonah. Behold, something greater than Jonah is here. And of course, Jesus is referring to himself. So we took what Dr. Sam said in his message, and a lot of the guys, in our discussion this morning, as men, we all defaulted to the fact that many times in our lives, even after Jesus has done tremendous things, we will constantly go, God, I need you to do something else to prove that you're there or whatever. And God's already there. Jesus is there. Jesus is asking us to lean into him and to know him, and that we need to place our trust in our faith in him. And so we made a commitment with that this morning. But I wanted to let you guys know that, boy, Dr. Sam, what a great message on Sunday. We thank you for this. We are all on this journey together, trying to learn, grow, and to press into what Jesus has for us. And like what Jesus is saying, we don't want to be a generation that squanders our things looking for another sign, but that we want to be men committed and growing as men of honor, leaning into who Jesus is. And so we had, like I said, we're on this journey together. I wanted to give you the information. Remember, next week, Men of Honor will begin at Tuesday mornings here at New Hope Fellowship, so that we can have a different day to make opportunity for men who are serving in other areas of the church not to have to conflict or have lengthy days that bring exhaustion, because they can get pretty long. Sure love you and proud. And remember this, there's always room for one more, because we're men of honor. We'll see you.